Today we're going to be talking about the saying that we all have heard before is that hurt people. But my question is, how long are you supposed to tolerate someone who is hurt and is choosing not to heal and who is choosing to stay stuck in their pain and then begin to project it onto you? Like, how long are you supposed to tolerate that? It's a cute saying, hurt people, but how long are we going to allow people to come in our lives and continue to project and try to hurt us intentionally? Oh, I'm hurting, so I'm going, however I can make, all right, another slang is misery loves company. So I'm miserable, so I'm going to try to make your life miserable. I'm not having a good day, so I'm going to make it my business to make sure that you don't have a good day. So how long are we supposed to allow and tolerate this type of behavior when hurt people are choosing not to go within themselves and begin to do their work, their internal work, their healing? The people who are choosing to stay stuck in the pain. Like, nobody is without pain. Nobody is without hurt. But some of us choose to deal with our stuff on our own in whatever way that looks like, whether it's therapy, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, going within yourself, meditating, whatever the case may be. We're choosing to do the work, and we're choosing not to project our pain onto others. We're making a conscious choice that, oh, you know what? This person didn't do nothing to me. So I'm not going to take my frustration out or my pain out on this person. For instance, for me, when I was going through my worst, when I showed up on my job, I showed up knowing that nobody in that place did anything to me. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, how long are we supposed to tolerate hurt people, hurting people? Like, we all have a choice. Every day we get to choose how we want to show up in life, how we want to deal with our pain. You know what I'm saying? And if hurt people continuing to keep hurting people, like, what are we doing? Where's the change? When is the change gonna come? If nobody's making a choice to say, hey, I'm deciding, I'm choosing something different. I'm choosing not to make anybody feel the way that I feel. I'm choosing to treat people how I want to be treated. It's a choice, and we all have one. We all have the power to choose. So how long are we gonna tolerate it? Hi, y'all. Thank you. How long are we gonna just sit in our pain and continue to take it on as our identity? Like, at what point are we gonna get up and choose to begin to do our own work? Like, it ain't nobody's responsibility to heal you or work. Yes, okay, the person who hurt you, you want to blame them and say, oh, they're the reason why you are the way that you are, or they're the reason. At the end of the day, you have to start taking charge and stepping in your power and saying, no matter what, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing not to stay stuck in this, and this is not who I am. It's an experience that I had. It's not my identity. And I really was It took me a while to get on here because I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this because it's really something that's still weighing heavy on my heart. Just because I've had many experiences with hurt people who wanted to project towards me. When I know the type of person I ain't projecting my stuff on nobody because I know they didn't do anything to me. So I show up in my relationships authentically in the way I want somebody to show up for me. Even when I'm hurting and even when I'm going through something, I still know how to hold space for somebody else, whether they having a good experience or a bad experience, no matter what I'm going through. But then I have to realize too, like, I can't keep expecting people to be like me. Everybody ain't showing up in the world how I'm showing up. But then at the same time, I also have to say, you know what? I'm choosing me and I'm no longer tolerating allowing people to come in and try to dump their shit on me or make me feel some type of way. Or we can even go as far as generational curses or just things that people choosing to repeat these cycles over and over again, right? For instance, my mom, she want to stay stuck in her pain. She want to hold on to it as her identity. Me, on the other hand, I have chosen to heal, to do my inner work. You want to keep repeating over and over past trauma, the hurt, the pain, what everybody done to you, and keep repeating that cycle. And then the things that you've projected onto me that I'm choosing to heal from, that I'm choosing not to hold on to, you project onto me my whole life, and now you want to start projecting it onto my kids. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that. So if you're somebody like in your life and you're choosing to heal, I'm just here to say that we don't have to tolerate the people who are choosing not to heal. We don't have to tolerate the people who are choosing to stay stuck in their pain and want to continue to come and trauma dump on us and think we're just supposed to hold space and just be present with that. You know, it's one thing to hold space for somebody when they're really trying to do the work, when they're really trying to heal, when they're really trying to work through their traumas and their pain and figure out the solution or what they have learned from it and wanting to grow from it. But if you're someone who's just wanting to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, or just keep talking about the same stories over and over again with no solution, at that point you just constantly talking crap because you're not trying to do anything different. You just want to keep repeating the same thing over and over again and not caring who you're. I like to look at it like you just vomited on people, just talking about the same thing over and over again when you're not looking for a solution, when you're not trying to grow, when you're not looking to heal. So it's really frustrating for the ones who are choosing to do something different, the ones who are choosing them and then saying, okay, you're not going to continue to do this to me and you're sure not going to do this to my kids. I'm not tolerating it. But then when you get to the point to where your kids are getting older, then you have to let them make their choice. And I'm just here saying, like, I don't care about the titles. I really, at this point in my life, like, I don't care who you are, what your title is to me. If you are not respecting my boundaries, I'm not dealing with it, period. I'm not. Because I know if I can do it, you can do it. Like, that has always been my energy. If they can do it, I can do it. So if I'm choosing not to stay stuck in my pain, not to stay stuck in my trauma, if I'm choosing that, then you can do the same thing. But you're choosing not to. And so I'm choosing not to deal with it. People just really not ready for this conversation, and I get it because it's a lot of people who want to stay stuck there. A lot of people who have it. Who am I without this? Who am I without this pain? Who am I without this trauma that happened to me? But that's what you begin to discover. That's how you begin to set yourself free. Is by doing your work. Like, we can't just keep going through life projecting our stuff onto people. Like, it's not cool. It's not okay. Direct that energy where it's supposed to go and do it in a healthy way. And sometimes you're not able to direct the energy because sometimes we want to go straight to the person, but we're not able to talk to them or they're not hearing us. So then you got to stop looking for that avenue of release and find other healthy ways to deal with that versus projecting it onto people or the minute something don't go your way. And here's another thing that we have to stop doing is when you in a relationship with somebody, no matter what the dynamic of the relationship is, as long as people doing what you want them to do, then y'all cool. But the minute somebody set a boundary or the minute somebody holds you accountable for your actions, then all of a sudden they're a horrible person. Or you're not the person who I thought you was. I'm telling you, that mirror, that reflection, baby, we really need to start looking at. It starts with the person that you see every time you look in the mirror. That reflection that you see, it starts with you. It starts there. So many people out here want to heal the world and heal others. When you gonna begin to start healing yourself? So then we can really see some true change. That's when the change is gonna happen. When you decide that you're gonna start to change you, change the way that you're showing up. You, the only person you have control over is you. We don't have control over nothing outside of you. As much as we would like to think that we do not. We only have control over us, how we respond, how we decide to treat people, how we decide to show up in life. At some point, the misery that you're choosing to stay in is on you. So at some point, you have to wake up and decide, you know what, I want something different. You can't do nothing for nobody that you're not doing for yourself. Period. You can't. No matter how much you want to think you're doing, you love this person, you're going to find out that that love is only based on what that person's doing for you, what they're agreeing with you. Because the minute they don't agree with you or they're not doing something that you want them to do, then guess what? It's a problem. So the love is really not unconditional love. It's conditional love. And we're seeing it every single day. You know what? I'm just to a point in my life where I'm choosing me. I know the work that I'm doing is not easy, so I get it. I know it's not easy, but I'm choosing it. I'm choosing to do it, and because I'm choosing to do it, it's hard for me to have compassion for people who are not choosing to do it. because I know it can be done. I know it's not easy, but it's a choice. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable with your pain so that you can begin to heal. Trust me, I get it. We all are hurting in some form. We all have been through something. But every day is a choice. And I'm choosing life. I'm not always on cloud nine. Like today, I had a really good day. I woke up in a good mood. But this situation with my mom is really, really getting me to the point. No, I'm to the point because I have decided today, like I'm done. Like it is what it is. I'm not about to allow you to keep coming into my life with the I'm sorries and then doing the same thing. And now you're projecting that on my kids. That's what a real issue is now, because it's like, no, I'm to the point now where I'm no longer responding. You don't even trigger me anymore with this. I'm no longer responding. But when you start projecting that onto my kids, they're not in the mental space that I'm in right now. They don't have the wisdom that I have right now to be able to deal with your foolery. They're not mature enough to deal with that. And I dealt with it my whole life. You're not about to do that to my kids. I worked too hard to work on myself and to build a foundation for my kids to be healthy humans who know how to deal with their emotions, who know how to communicate. And I continue to teach them, like, hey, I don't care who it is. And that even stands for me. If it comes to a point in your life where you feel like I'm not, communicating with you in a healthy way, and you feel like you need to step away, you need to cut me off for a period of time, do what's best for you. Do what you need to do. It ain't a just, oh no, for these people it works, but not for me because I'm your mom. No, the same standards apply to me. It's like, how long are we supposed to really tolerate that foolishness? So it's like, mama or not, like, I love you. I love you. But I love me more. So I'm not putting up with that. And I've tried over and over again to set my boundaries, to let you know what I'm willing to deal with and what I'm not willing to deal with. The conversations I'm willing to have and the conversations that I'm not willing to have. If we can't have conversations where we're learning and growing, or we're building on our relationships, I'm not about to talk to you about all them stories that I've been hearing my whole life on repeat since I was a kid. I'm not about to do that. So if you don't have something else to talk about this present moment, about how we can build our relationship, how we can heal and grow, I don't want to have the conversation. And now I'm at the point now where I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm over it. I am so over it. And there's so many people, I'm constantly sitting back, just asking myself, like, wait, am I tripping? Did I do something wrong? Like, I'm somebody who always going within myself and dissecting myself. Could I have approached that differently? Did I miss something? Wait, let me see. Maybe I was kind of harsh about the way that I said that. Let me check in. I'm always creating a space to let people know, like, hey, we're not always going to agree. I'm not always going to get it right, but I want you to know that I'm willing to have the hard conversations. Let's talk about it. But I'm constantly being met with people who, in the midst of their pain, they want to project onto me like I'm this horrible person. When no matter what, or no matter what I was going through, up or down, I can hold space for you to tell me about your good moments, even when I'm having a bad moment. I can hold space for you to do that. But the minute you having a bad moment and I share a good moment, I'm a horrible person. So I'm really starting to realize that, people talk about, oh, be a good person, put good into the world, put into the world what you want out. But I'm really starting to see being a good or a bad, like that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about being a good or bad person. Because I see people who have a whole lot of crap. People with crappy attitudes in their lives, people who don't hold space for them, people who don't let them be who they are, people who are trying to control them and make them be who they want them to be. And then here I come, I'm holding space for you to be who you are, saying, look, just be you. And the reason why I can do that, because I'm just going to be me. So the same space that I'm holding for you, I hold for myself. The same standards that I hold for myself, I'm holding for you. So I'm showing up exactly how I want people to show up for me. But guess what? Apparently, that wasn't working. And I was getting upset because I was like, wait, what am I doing wrong? I'm genuinely showing up how I want somebody to show up for me. But then I had to realize that you showing up for people how you want them to show up for you, but you're not showing up for you that way. So now that's where I'm at. I'm going to show up for me how I wanted people to show up for me. And then the way I'm showing up is going to be 10 times better than how I was showing up before. But I'm no longer tolerating the hurt people. I'm choosing healing. Every day, I'm choosing my peace. I'm going to continue to set my boundaries. And if you want to have a relationship with me, you're going to have to show up in that same way. I'm not trying to change you, but what I'm saying is I'm not about to let you project your crap onto me. I have no problem being by myself, like for real. So the cutting off is real. The cutting off is real. Because we all have the power to choose to be a better person. And if you're not choosing that, and you're not about to be projecting this way. So yeah, I'm over the hurt people. It's time to be adults and do your work. Period. Like, I'm just so over it. I'm so over it. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, but we can't change people. It's not our job to change people. I think that's where a lot of people going wrong. Like, we're constantly trying to change others. We're trying to make them be what we want them to be. But the change starts with you. And then, if people are not moving accordingly, then you have to choose something different. Period. You know, it's one thing to hold space, to have compassion, you know, to have that unconditional love. But at the same time, people have to choose it. They have to want it for themselves. You can't want it for them more than they want it for themselves. Because guess what? They will drag you down in that pit of hell with them. You can't want it for them more than they want it for themselves. You have to want it for you and begin to do the work. So, yep, that's it. I showed up today. I did this live. And yeah, that's it. That is it. So I see it over here. Just had to share my heart. And that's just where I'm at with it. So, closing out, healing is not an easy thing to do, but it's necessary. Sitting with you is not easy, or sitting in the pain, reflecting on it, really feeling it, dealing with it, not getting stuck in it, like working through it, allowing yourself to feel it so that you can release it. The only way out is through, like, you have to feel it. You got to start being in tune with you and in your feelings. You have to start setting boundaries and not allowing people to project their crap onto you. This world is already so heavy. And the only way we can do our part is by doing our inner work and working through our own crap. It starts with us, and then the ripple effect begins. But you know what? It's easy to focus outward. It's easy to put the focus on everything else but us. That's the easy thing to do. And me personally, I'm not here for the easy. So I really don't understand when people are choosing to stay stuck in it. I mean, I get it, but I don't understand it because that's not what I'm choosing. But it still don't stop me from being able to hold space for people and just allow them to be. And I'm cool with allowing you to be stuck in it if that's where you want to be. I'm not here to say, hey, you have to heal. You have to work through your trauma. You have to work through your pain. What I'm saying is if you're choosing to stay stuck in it, just don't project it onto other people. That's it. But yeah, I'm about to get off here. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a beautiful day.
You know what?